Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think it's very safe to say it's official. Soledar is in the hands of the Russians. I have two articles here. One that claims that the Russians are in the center of the town with pictures. The other one is Wagner Group is already there and claims full control of Soledar. So I think it's done over there. That's a big blow for the Western countries and their, I don't know, how should I call it, sponsored champion, which it's far from being that. But let's see. I got this first article from Russia Today, and it's from today, the 10th of January 2022. Wagner Group claims full control of Soledar. Ukrainian troops are reportedly trapped in a key Donbas town. Units of Wagner Group have taken control of the entire territory of Soledar, the head of the private military company Yevgeny Prigozhin claimed on Tuesday evening. Fighting is still going on in the center of town, where an unknown number of Ukrainian soldiers has been encircled. Now, not good. And I'm quoting, this is a cauldron in the center of town where urban fighting is taking place, Prigozhin said in a statement released to the media. We'll announce the number of prisoners tomorrow. End quote. Pretty tough. He added that only Wagner, and I'm quoting, and no other units had taken part in the storming of Soledar. Well, that's a strong statement right there. A video showing two Wagner fighters standing calmly outside a town administration building was released on social media earlier in the day. Such recordings, usually accompanied with geospatial coordinates, have commonly been used during the conflict to announce territorial control. Named after its salt mines, Soledar had around 10,000 residents before the conflict. The Ukrainian army turned it into a strong point after being pushed out of Popasnya in mid-2022. Russian control over the town creates problems for Kiev's forces in the embattled bastion of Artyomovsk, which Ukraine has renamed Bakhmut. Now, Prigozhin said last week that his objective was not necessarily to take the towns, but, I'm quoting, the destruction of the Ukrainian army and the reduction of its combat potential. End quote. On Sunday, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky acknowledged that the situation in Soledar was, and I'm quoting, very difficult, and called it, and I'm quoting again, one of the bloodiest spots along the front line, end quote, but vowed that Ukrainian troops would continue to hold no matter what, end quote. I guess no matter what is dead. Now, Russia sent troops into Ukraine February 24th, okay, blah, blah, blah. This is just to remind us of what happened, so they led us with the latest part of propaganda. Moscow demands that Ukraine officially declares itself a neutral country that will never join any Western military bloc. Kiev insists that Russian offensive was completely unprovoked. And the other article that I have here on the same subject is sounding like this. All right, this article comes from Sputnik, and it's from, again, today, an hour ago, and it says center of Soledar now controlled by Russian forces. Remember, not Russian army, Russian forces. DPR head says. Acting head of Russia's Donetsk People's Republic, DPR, Denis Pushilin, announced Tuesday evening that Russian forces had gained the center of the city of Soledar. And I'm quoting, according to the latest information, the center of Soledar is under the control of the Wagner division. And here the guys have gained ground on one side and the other. They are already effectively moving forward, Pushilin told Channel 1. Pushilin noted Ukrainian troops are suffering serious losses but have continued to resist. The Wagner Group, private military company participating in Russia's special military operation in Ukraine, has taken the entire territory of Soledar under control, with hostilities taking place in the center of the city, the company's head Yevgeny Prigozhin said on Wednesday. Now, I'm quoting again, units of the Wagner PMC have taken control of the entire territory of Soledar. A fighting cauldron have been formed. This is what he said on the other one. We have units that are fleeing Soledar. Where and are fleeing. Now this is something that I didn't make sense here. Oleksiy Arestovich, an advisor to the head of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's office, said on Wednesday that Ukrainian forces are fleeing the front line in the city. And I'm quoting, "We have units that are fleeing Soledar. Where are they fleeing?" Arestovich said in an appearance on the YouTube channel of journalist Mark Fagin, recognized as foreign agent media by Russian Justice Ministry, adding that, and I'm quoting again, "enemy forces take their place after squadrons flee." Soledar and Bakhmut, also known as Artyomovsk, are located in the Kiev-controlled part of the DPR, which joined Russia last fall after the populace there held a referendum. Bakhmut had been after the referendum, Bakhmut have been an important transport hub for supplying the Ukrainian troops in Donbass amid Russia's special military operation. So, what can you do? Now I think it's official. If Soledar is done, then Bakhmut is next, and I think that's going to be on the way down as well. You know, little by little you find the truth, the status of the fighting in various areas, because they don't tell you straight away, you know, yeah, we lost, especially when you lose, you don't say it. But that was already obvious for about 2 or 3 days just by reading the Ukrainian media or the US media, where they were, you know, saying all kind of, giving all kind of keywords that would, you know, if they say that, that means the things are already done. I said that yesterday, I said that the day before. If the Americans are saying the Ukrainians are in trouble in a location, that means it's already done. What we find out is just because they can't hold it in, they have to break the news, unfortunately, but they will not break it like, oh, the Ukrainians are done. No, the situation is very, you know, bad over there and all that. But if you get used to their weasel ways of reporting the news and telling you the information and giving you updates, you understand that their I don't know, news speak what is going on there. Well, another one bites the dust over there. Next one is going to be Bakhmut, and I'm figuring out that I think that when Bakhmut falls, I think there's going to be, and it's not just me saying that, it's also the British saying that, Americans, I heard them saying that it's a turning point, a negative turning point for Ukraine. That's why right now they are in a hurry to bring the tanks and the last, you know, cavalry. Ooh, we're coming, a little bit too late. They're all with the bellied up. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.